everybody. Welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this Wednesday, October 27th, 2019. I was already 2019. Wow, 2021. I was ready to say Thursday because I'm ready for Thursday because we've got some big sports coverage coming up, which we'll tell you about in the headlines today. We're going to be doing some soccer coverage, so we'll tell you about that. But I'm ready for Thursday, and I'm heading out for a conference the next 2 days, so. Andrew is going to be back potentially in the hot seat. We're gonna see if we can work something out though. It's a conference for stations like ours across the state. We get together once a year, so looking forward to doing that. It's Wisconsin Community Media. You can check out their website, learn about all the stations in Wisconsin. But either way, it's just a great week, Bamlet, for being back. And yeah, we got a wonderful show coming up too, including the police chief being sworn in last night ahead of the Common Council meeting. We'll take you out to that event. Plus, Adam Dorn, Fitchburg Fire Department. It's a Public Safety Wednesday. That's what I told Andrew in our meeting. Public Safety Wednesday. He didn't think it was funny either. I know you're not laughing out there either, but yeah, it's fire department. They're going to be talking about carbon monoxide safety. Great time to talk about it as things get cool outside and you're busting out those heaters and more. Want to make sure that you are staying safe from carbon monoxide. So we'll talk about that here in the guest segment. So a lot to get to here on a midweek. We start with the headlines and a special council meeting coming up in November. It's November 2nd. And this is a public hearing at a special Common Council meeting on November 2nd at 5:30 p.m. in the Common Council chambers here in City Hall, 5520 Lacey Road, for the adoption of the new wards and district maps. For more information on the redistricting, go to the redistricting page. Easy for me to say. City of Fitchburg website, fitchburgwi.gov. Andrew's got those maps there on the screen. As you can see, those the proposed maps. They'll discuss that in detail on the 2nd. Also, it's your opportunity to go to our website, fitchburgwi.gov. You can check out the meetings prior to getting to this point for voting on the districts. Those have been up in the last couple of weeks. Just head to the website, fitchburgwi.gov, or you can go to our YouTube channel, Fact TV Fitchburg. And you can check out any of the public meetings there as well. All right, road closure extended for South Saline Road. This is Wild Weather Drive, south of Wild Weather Drive. It's being extended to the 29th. So it started back on the 19th. Now is going to the 29th. This road is being closed to complete the hill cut south of Wild Weather Drive. So please use local routes while construction is taking place. For more information on this construction project, you can contact Thomas Baldwin from our Public Works Department, 608-270-4266, or you can send him an email as well. Andrew's showing you where that construction is happening and alternative routes to get around this construction. So please be mindful of them as they continue to do their work. And said hopefully they'll wrap up this project on the 29th. Sports for this week. Yeah, we've got it tomorrow night. We've got some sectional sports to tell you about. Verona Area High School boys soccer team winning over the weekend against Madison Memorial will now face Wanakee Thursday, October 28th at 7 p.m. And it's going to be right here on Fact TV. That's right. We'll be broadcasting this one live. So tune in for that sectional game and help support the athletes. And yeah, it's going to be a great wet night for soccer. I'm looking at the forecast here. Not looking so good. Seems like every time we step out and do sports, it turns wet and rainy. So hey, it's the way it is. All right. Hopefully this weekend it won't be wet and rainy as trick-or-treating takes place here in the city of Fitchburg. And this will be happening on Sunday, October 31st. Your trick-or-treat hours this year are 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Sunday night, October 31st. Fitchburg Police Department will be out as well, so check out them. And make sure that you dress in some appropriate clothing where you can see and be seen. Again, see and be seen. Put those things together, you're going to have a good night. And yeah, make sure you take it slow if you're driving, and mask up if you can. Plus, turn those porch lights on as well so the kiddos know where to go to give out candy. I was listening to the radio this morning, and treats not to give out to kids. Well, of course, fruit was top of the list, followed by candy corn, and then somebody said Mounds candy bars. I don't know, Andrew, Mounds guy. Me neither. Yeah. Andrew, he gives out full king size candy bars, so if you can find where he lives. Full Kit Kats. He doesn't eat them first, as he says. Halloween theme take and make activity bags are going to be available this week. It's a Halloween week, by the way, at the library. It's a lot of fun. So pick up your Halloween themed take and make bag for ages 2 to 5 and 6 to 12. Available inside the library near the Youth Services Department, starting Saturday, October 30th at 10 a.m. Please limit one per child. Wonder if Tim's dressed up over there all this week, or if he's like going through the costume closet, which is out there. It is officially out there. That's probably taken out for sure. So we've got to see if he's dressed up many times. We'll probably have to get a camera over there for that. All right, switching gears here. Job openings at the city of Fitchburg. We got some openings. We'd love you to join our team. City planner and zoning administrator. Full-time position there is available. Fire administrative services manager just came up. Neighborhood navigator, looking for a new navigator. Residential property assessor or appraiser, excuse me. And then the youth basketball attendant, new limited term employment. So if you're interested in any of these positions, it's time to dust off that resume and go to our website, fitchburgwi.gov, fill out the application, and hopefully you can join this awesome team here at the city of Fitchburg. All right, turning our attention to Medicare Part D. Open enrollment gives you the opportunity to save money. It's coming in from the Fitchburg Senior Center. It says here, open enrollment for the 2022 Medicare Part D plan runs from October 15th through December 7th. 2021. Now is the time to review your plan to determine if it will still be the most cost effective in 2022, because of insurance companies can change their premiums, deductibles, and copays. Switching to a different plan may result in extra money in your pocket. Another way to save money on prescription drugs is the Extra Help program. Extra Help reduces your drug costs by decreasing premiums, deductibles, and copays for medications based on your income and assets. Appointments are available to review your plan and see if you qualify for that extra help. To make an appointment, call the Fitchburg Senior Center at 608-270-4290 and ask to speak with one of our great social workers. That's Amy and Sarah. They're here to help you. I would definitely take their advice and check in on those plans. All right, finally, I want to tell you about booster shot updates. I want to keep getting the information out there as things are changing, as we know, day to day. So this is what we have here from Public Health of Madison and Dane County. It says Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson COVID vaccine booster doses are now authorized, and appointments are available for many different groups through Public Health Madison and Dane County. Not sure if you're eligible? Well, it's all right. You can go to their blog post. That's right, they do a blog. And that is where you can make an appointment and learn more about what's going on. And do you mix and match them? How many months do you have to wait before you get the booster? Do you qualify for the booster? All of those things can be answered there at the website. And we'll share the link, as we do with all the stories, when Andrew posts those up on social media later today. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we're going to take you out to last night's police swearing in of our new police chief, Mr. Morales. We'll show you that. Plus, later, we check in with Adam Dorn with the Fitchburg Fire Department. He'll be telling us about carbon monoxide safety, all here on Wednesday's edition of Talking Fitchburg. Thank God it's midweek.
It takes all of us to slow the spread of the coronavirus. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and stay home unless absolutely necessary. Use a delivery service for essential items like food and medicine. If you must make essential trips, stay 6 feet apart from other people. Wear a cloth face covering and wash your hands for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe, Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
Hey, boss. Okay.
Said I'm fine.
Me to bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. We were underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
First up is the public swearing-in ceremony of our new police chief. I want to first thank Interim Chief Leahy for all his work in the last few months here as we found a new chief. I also want to thank Sarah from HR, PFC, and all the many people in the community that helped through this process. A lot of people are involved. We got a lot of input from various people, and very happy and pleased to welcome Chief Al Morales here to Fitchburg. And it's only the 4th police chief in Fitchburg, so we tend to keep him for quite a long time. So you're stuck here for a little while. Sorry. But very excited about it and excited to work with you. I know people in the community are very excited as well. So welcome, and we're going to have Tracy come and do our the swearing in for us. So Tracy, if you want to.
Please state your name.
I, Alfonso Morales,
Who have been appointed to the office of police chief
who have been appointed to the office of police chief
in the city of Fitchburg, Dane County, Wisconsin,
in the city of Fitchburg, Dane County, Wisconsin,
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Wisconsin,
and the Constitution of the state of Wisconsin,
and will faithfully discharge the duties of said office to the best of my ability.
and will faithfully discharge the duties of my office to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. I'll start off with the thanks. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for the leadership here in the city of Fitchburg that handled a process that I think was very extensive and thoughtful. And that goes from the HR manager, Sarah, who's not here, Sarah Olson. I also want to thank the city administrator who played a big role in it, Chad Brecklin. I want to thank you. I want to thank the Police and Fire Commission for serving their position and having the courage to select me. I know it was a difficult decision, and I will prove them. I will prove the city of Fitchburg. Council, I will prove you all right in that decision. I'm very humbled for you to have chosen me to be your police chief. We look at 21st century policing, and what does that entail? That entails data, it entails technology, it entails human intelligence. So one would say, what is human intelligence? Human intelligence is the community piece. The information doesn't necessarily come from interviews and interrogations, although that's part of police work, but it comes from dealing with your community, bringing the community together, all forms of government, to identify the problems and work together to deal with the problems. In that sense, we talk about how policing in America has evolved. And it's been evolving for decades, where if you go back to the broken windows theory, policing was the weight of the problems in America were on police shoulders. The weight of communities, the problems in our communities in America now, are on all of our shoulders to come together, work on the problem, and identify the solutions. Together, I can tell you those ideas will come easier, and together we'll be happier with the results. I look forward to serving the city of Fitchburg, and I thank you very much. God bless you.
We do have set up right down the hall a room with some refreshments. I know there's cupcakes down there. Council members, you can maybe go one at a time. We need to keep going here. And people online, sorry you're out of luck. We can't give you a cupcake. Maybe there'll be some tomorrow if you want to stop by City Hall, but I'd stop early if I were you. But again, thank you very much, and feel free to go down there, and welcome.
All right, there you have it. Congratulations. I finally got to meet him at the awards the other night. Very nice gentleman. We'll look forward to getting to know him, and he'll be joining us here for an interview coming up real soon here on Talking Fitchburg. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up next, we check in with Adam Dorn at the Fitchburg Fire Department. We're talking about carbon monoxide safety. Next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps. Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining today from the Fitchburg Fire Department, my friend Adam Dorn. I call him just Dorn because that's what everybody else calls him. Or they call you something else, and we can't use that here. But today we're going to call you the carbon monoxide expert as we talk about carbon monoxide safety. Super important topic. And there's so many different places to go with this, and we've had so many different discussions, demonstrations, and whatnot. But first and foremost, where is CO found? That, I think, is the starting spot here of our discussion today.
Yeah. So CO can be found anytime you burn fuel, whether it's in cars, trucks, small engines. It can be found in stoves, lanterns, grills, fireplaces, gas ranges, furnaces. It can build up inside, it can build up indoors, I should say, and it can poison people and animals who breathe it. The reason for that is because carbon monoxide, or CO, is an odorless, colorless gas, and it can kill you.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. Are we done?
We're done. Yeah, no, we are not done here.
Good. There's a lot more.
So symptoms, I think, this is where it kind of gets complicated. But one thing that I noticed the last time I was out at the department taking some photos, you guys got these really cool meters that I recognize from the classic days of running on an ambulance that alert you. Because sometimes, based on these common things, headache, dizziness, weakness, upset stomach, vomiting, that could be a whole slew of things you might not even know because your alarm might not even be going off because maybe you don't have an alarm. What are those symptoms? And, how do you guys stay safe when you get to these calls, whether you know it or not?
Yeah. So let's start with some of the symptoms. Like you mentioned, it's a headache, dizziness, weakness, upset stomach, vomiting, sometimes chest pain and confusion. Confusion is more along the more severe end. You've been exposed a lot longer. A lot of these symptoms are described as flu-like. So if you breathe in a lot of carbon monoxide, it can take a while to make you pass out, or it can eventually kill you. That's why it's so important to have carbon monoxide detectors in your homes, because people who are sleeping or those that have taken in a lot of alcohol over a period of time, they can actually be killed because of the carbon monoxide in the environment. So it's very important to have carbon monoxide detectors because of that.
So when you guys show up to a scene and it's carbon monoxide alarms going off and people are out of the house or whatever the case may be, what are you guys looking for first and foremost, and how do you stay protected?
So we do a couple things. One, we rely a lot on the information that's called in by the caller, right? So when they call 911, they're asked, hey, is anybody sick? Do they have headache, right? They go through the list that we just went through. They go through that list and they ask a few more questions. That's our first step to finding out or trying to determine whether or not there's an issue. We do that. When we get to the home, we have a 4-gas monitor that we can use. It monitors 4 different parts of the atmosphere, and we go into the building with that to determine whether or not there's carbon monoxide. Dependent upon how soon that goes off or how fast it goes off or what we're being told, we also have our breathing apparatus, our SCBA, that we will put on with our mask, and we will go in the house with all of that on to make sure that we stay safe while we're in there looking for the cause of the carbon monoxide.
Now, what if you go to a scene where you're called the flu-like symptoms and you get there and you didn't know it was, but something saved you? What are those alarms that you guys carry?
Yeah, it's our 4-gas monitor, at least in the fire department. EMS has a little bit different monitor, but our 4-gas monitor measures the oxygen level. It measures lower and upper explosive limits. It'll measure carbon monoxide and hydrogen sulfide. It measures those things, and then we turn those on before we ever get there because they have to go through a warm-up process. We clip them onto our gear, and as we walk in, if those never go off or doesn't alarm, it still can be a concern, but it's not like an immediately dangerous to life and health situation. So if they do go off, then we take more evasive action, so to say, to correct the issue or to get the right people coming to take care of a situation.
As far as positioning carbon monoxide detectors, because I think that's become, I'm going to make it an issue, but I got a lot of smoke detectors that are combination ones, and those are always placed high, but you see the plug-in, carbon, so does it matter?
It doesn't really matter. Carbon monoxide and air have roughly the same weight, so they mix well together. So if you put a carbon monoxide detector lower because it plugs in, that will work just as good as a combination carbon monoxide smoke detector that might be up on your ceiling.
Fantastic. And what about the ones that meter it, actually? I always laugh because I'm like, at the end of the day, should it be 0, or if you see 5 on it, shouldn't it be beeping? Is there a threshold?
There is a threshold. OSHA has a huge list of everything out there, that what's acceptable, what's not, over an 8-hour or 10-hour work period. Basically anything that's roughly 5 or less, right? That's pretty much common. I mean, because you go outside, you're going to have about 5 parts per million. If you're standing next to a vehicle, it's just that if you're there for an extended period of time, that's when it starts to become an issue. So I'd say anything under 10 is pretty common. It's okay. Should it read 0? Probably. But if it gets above that 10 mark, right, then it'll start to alarm very shortly after that. And like you said, the ones that have the meters can be interesting to read, right? Because some people take a lot of effort or take that into consideration, like, oh, it's only this, or oh, it's all of that. Really don't matter. If the alarm's going off, get out. Call us. Let us come and help and figure this out.
All right, couple of quick extra pieces here. So it's getting colder. We're starting our vehicles. Why is it important? And we're not recommending this. We have, the recommended not running your vehicle to heat up, but we know what happens. But not leaving it in the garage because
carbon monoxide builds up in your garage and it can find its way into your house.
But I opened the door, Dorn.
Doesn't matter, Jeremy, because with the wind direction, the wind could be blowing it right back into your house every time you open and close the door. Or maybe your door is closed and the seal around your door has disintegrated to the point where there's a nice little draft that comes in. CO will get through there. If you need to warm up your vehicle, take your vehicle outside, let it warm up outside, close the garage door as it's warming up. But even that, it's probably not the best thing to do because now you have an unattended vehicle running in your driveway, and we don't want people's vehicles to be taken.
Well, I still think you can never really guarantee that those fumes aren't getting it. Even if you close your garage, I mean, it's not like they're sealed tight completely.
Right.
I mean, you got insulated garages, but whatever. Same with generators. So again, thinking of the hunting crowd and stuff, and there's been some very unfortunate accidents with those. Why you can't be in the same room as a generator, and B, how far away do we need to put them?
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be in the same room as a generator because they do produce carbon monoxide and other gases, right? So I would suggest at least 20 feet away from whatever building you're going to be in. Number one. Number two, get a carbon monoxide and explosive gas detector and put that in your, let's say, call it your ice shanty, right? Or your hunting cabin. Put them in there. Put smoke detectors in there. It don't matter if you're there for a couple hours or a couple days. The $15, $20 that you're going to spend on each of those devices is well worth it for your family to make sure you come home safely.
Yeah, I can't imagine just sitting in a even if it was a small cabin or a hunting cabin and the wind's blowing the right way and you don't know it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, could lead to some bad things. Yes, all right, Dorn. Well, I appreciate the information. If people want to learn more about fire safety in general, where can they find the facts?
Go to our website, fitchburgwi.gov/fire.
Go to Fire Fitchburg. I like it.
Yeah.
You didn't even say that, but I
just maybe
thought
have to talk to IT about that.
Gosh. Well, that's denied.
Yep.
I'm denying it for you right now. All right, Adam Dorn, thank you so much. We'll catch up with you real soon.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jeremy.
You betcha. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be flood next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show for today. I want to thank Adam Dorn from the Fitchburg Fire Department that's helping us out with the carbon monoxide safety. We'll get that posted up along with, and it's already out there, Chief Morales' swearing-in ceremony from Common Council last night. It's all out there. And in case you're like, well, where do I find that? Maybe it's your first time watching Talking Fitchburg. Hello, I'm Jeremy. Andrew's behind the scenes. Thank you. He's like, go to the graphic. Cable TV, social media, streaming channels. We're everywhere, folks. Check us out. And Andrew does a great job of posting up all the headlines and guest segments that's at our social media. Have a great day.